Brad Sweet, Tyler Courtney from the front row. Rico Abreu and Justin Sanders in row 2. Cole Macedo and Jock Goodyer in row 3. Cory Eliason and James McFadden in row 4. Corey Day and Justin Peck in the 5th row. Jamie Veal and Justin Cox in row 6. Row 7, Bud Kaeding and Caden Steele. Row 8, DJ Netto and Shane Golobic. Row 9, Casey Kahne and Zeb Wise. Row 10, Spencer Bayston and Ryan Bernal. King Speedway, we got them racked, we got them stacked, and we've got the grandstands packed. Let's go racing off at turn number 4. We are green. Brad Sweet gets the first call into turn number 1. We're off and running in this feature event as Justin Sanders makes his way quickly around the outside of Rico Abreu. Now Abreu under fire as well from Cole Macedo. Macedo quickly into the 4th position, but Abreu crosses him up off of turn number 4, takes the spot right back away. Abreu now back to the inside of Justin Sanders, so Abreu went from 5th to 3rd, and wow, almost got to the side of Sanders right there. Sanders drives around and maintains the 3rd position. Cole Macedo right back underneath of Rico Abreu. It's a seesaw battle for 4th early on in this one, but Abreu's got the spot across the start-finish line. 2 in and 33 to go for Brad Sweet. A little bit of a rework right before this feature got underway, so it's going to take a minute for that to burn in. Cole Macedo got slid by Corey Day that time by in 1 and 2. Macedo crossed him back up, maintains P5. Behind Macedo, it's Corey Day, James McFadden, Cory Eliason, Jock Goodyer, and the 13 of Justin Peck. Justin Peck tries to slide in front of Goodyer, cannot make the pass for that 9th position. Brad Sweet already on the same straightaway as the lap cars with 2 provisionals, 2 extra cars on the racetrack. That is going to make those. Oh, Tyler Courtney trips over the cushion in turn 2. Loses wholesale position down the back straightaway. Courtney dropped the right rear over the edge of the banking. Rico in the inside of Justin Sanders. Sanders hangs on to the 3rd spot, but now Rico with a short slider into turn number 1. Right across the nose of Justin Sanders. Sanders somehow still able to cross him up and maintain 3rd. Brad Sweet now making his way into traffic to the outside of Brent Marks and on the back bumper of Caden Steele. Sweet gonna have to make his way quickly through traffic as Cole Macedo sees an opening right to the inside of Rico Abreu. That's the race for 4th. Macedo can't make the passes. Abreu's too strong around the outside. Now Macedo's gonna get passed on the inside by Corey Day. Big turn down the hill right there from Corey Day. He made it work into the 5th position. Brad Sweet making quick work of the lap cars. Next victim in front of him is Tanner Carrick down the back straightaway. Now Sunshine appears to be closing the gap as Justin Sanders gets passed by Rico Abreu, but Sanders and Rico are not playing very nice with each other right now. These short sliders are going to come to an end here soon if one of these guys makes some kind of mistake. Patience might be wearing thin between the 2X and the 24. Sweet still slicing his way through traffic, just made his way by the 121 of Caden Steele. Now Tyler Courtney's got to try and make his way by Tanner Carrick as well. Justin Sanders with a slider on Brent Marks to put him to the wayside, but Marks is able to cross him back up, and that's going to cost Sanders as Abreu gets back by him into turn 3. Rico Abreu back into the 3rd spot as Sanders got crossed up by a lap car, and now Abreu makes his way around the outside of Marks for that spot right there as Marks is a lap down. Brad Sweet underneath of Tanner Thorson throws a slider on him and makes it by that Ron Gross Motorsports number 88 car. Oh, car way off the track into the wall hard. Justin Sanders got together with Corey Day, and he got sent off the track in turn 4 big time. And Sanders is climbing out of the race car and probably not going to be too happy. From what I saw right there, it did not look like a clear slider. And you can tell he's giving him the single finger salute there. Not happy with Corey Day. That could have been much worse, as you'll probably see here from the flow replay. Corey Day battling Justin Sanders right there for an inside the top 5 spot. Day throws a slider, and Sanders at the last minute tries to drive around him on the outside. Justin Sanders not happy with Corey Day right there, as you could see. A tough incident right there as Day was going to throw a slider on him, but he was 3 wide. The guys back in the trailer. Tyler, if we can pull that up one more time, I'd like to watch that replay one more time here. As Day was 3 wide with Brent Marks and Justin Sanders, and didn't really get the entry into the corner that he wanted to try and throw this slider on Justin Sanders. And here's a quick look at it. You see Day right there. He gets challenged down low by Marks and kind of messed up the entry right there. But at the same time, it does look like Sanders tries to go around the outside of the slider, and you can get yourself in big trouble trying to do that, and that's exactly what happened to Sanders. Not sure who to place blame on that one, to be quite honest with you. It was certainly a slider that was coming up short, but then at the same time, Justin saw an opening and tried to rail it around the outside. Kind of a similar situation to what we saw with Tyler Courtney and James McFadden back at Lernerville, when McFadden was sliding up racetrack and Courtney tried to go around him on the outside, and they got together racing for the lead. Tony, did you get any look at did you see that incident down there? I see you standing in turn 4. I'm not sure if you got a look at that.
I saw the very tail end of it, Chase, and to be honest with you, I made my way over the track, over to the other side of the track, and got close enough to Justin to ask him if he would like to talk and possibly explain his side of the issue. He politely declined. So Justin Sanders obviously not wanting to talk and probably wanting to focus forward and get to Placerville tomorrow night.
Yeah, definitely got some work to do on that car, I'm sure, to get it in raceable shape for tomorrow at Placerville. The Frozen Farmer Pick Pint out on the track right now. Drivers have to go either inside or outside of that Pick Pint. Whichever way they go, either left or right, that's where they're going to restart the race. So Brad Sweet, as you can see, is going to choose the top. So that means he will restart on the outside line. Tyler Courtney goes down low, will restart next to him. Still a lot of laps to go here in this feature event, 25 remaining. Only 10 laps completed in the Peter Murphy Classic. Lights are out. We're coming back to the green with Brad Sweet and Tyler Courtney. It looked like to me that Courtney was still about the same speed as Brad Sweet, just kind of made that one mistake earlier on, and he was too far behind when they got to traffic. And Rico's going to get a great start around the outside and move into the second spot. The bottom is not where you want to be on the restarts, it appears, as Rico makes his way up to second. Cole Macedo to third. We got cars upside down in turn 2. I am not sure who that is. Might be the 13 of Justin Peck. Justin Peck getting together with what looked to be the 0 car of Bud Kaeding. They were running in 9th and 10th at the time. And you can see there is some rear end damage, it looks like, on the Williams Motorsports 0 car. And that brand new paint scheme for Buick Motorsports is going to be crunched for Justin Peck. Definitely not a good feature to be named Justin. Justin Sanders in that last incident, Justin Peck in this one. Justin Cox is still racing. Hopefully nothing happens to him. If something does, then it's just mark it down as August, what's today? August 15th, August 16th, the day to not be named Justin on the racetrack. Still working on Peck over there. Looks like they got the car back on all 4 wheels. Tony, can you tell us any more? I see you down there on the scene.
Yeah, they do have the car back on all 4 wheels. Top wing obviously destroyed. Gonna get up here. They're gonna get him back to the work area as quick as they can. Looks like everything in the steering, at least on the left side that we can see, is okay. But we're gonna go over and try to meet him in the rod end supply work area. Chase, I'm gonna start running. This will not be good.
Tony, where's your pit reporter transport device?
I left it. It's on the front stretch.
Oh, okay. Well, Tony, you're supposed to be riding that thing to the accident scenes. I guess he just kind of forgot about that over there. But Justin Peck, yeah, you can see that car's rolling pretty well over to the work area. And the work area is in the infield here, so it looks like, I mean, it was, when you saw the wreck there, it looked like he kind of just did like a backflip, but kind of just laid over on the top of the car there and crunched that wing up. So I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of damage to that car. Just get a new top wing on it and get him back onto the racetrack. Tony, you are on the scene. The Buick Motorsports guys are about to go to work.
Yeah, Chase, obviously, like you were just talking about, the first move here is to find out exactly what they're dealing with. They're going to rip the top wing off. Clinton Boyles some of the Parker Price Miller crew. Ricky Warner is down here helping out, so they've got the new top wing ready to go. They're trying to talk to Justin, ask him if he felt anything, but right now all attention is being spent on that front wing. Hopefully, after taking a few seconds to look at this thing, that's all they need to replace.
Now, is the second wing, Tony, it looks like it's not the same paint scheme, though. It's not. So they're going to have to do a little mismatched paint scheme there.
It is not, Chase. You're going to have to go back to thinking about the number 13 car like it's before the Knoxville Nationals. But, of course, aesthetically, that doesn't really matter much. The fact that they have the top wing down, ready to go. And again, like I said, they got plenty of help down here from other crews. And the fact that nobody's really jumping to any other part of the race car tells you that based on the quick look they've had, it does seem to be purely cosmetic. So once they get this new top wing on, they should be ready to fire this number 13 back off. Chase, take a look if you can at Shane Golobic. He's about to come out of turn number 4 and come down the front straightaway. A couple of the Matt Wood crew guys were up here alongside the makeshift pit wall, the Jersey barriers here on the front straightaway. They were getting as best a look as they could of that Shane Golobic NOS Energy drink machine. They did not make the executive decision to signal Shane to come in, but obviously some damage sustained in that accident we just saw with Bud Kaeding and Justin Peck. That side panel of the top wing folded in a little bit, it looks like, on the top corner, or rather the front corner. It'll be interesting to see if that has many adverse aerodynamic effects here once we get back to racing.
It is certainly not the aero advantage there for the 17W of Shane Golobic. We saw, as you mentioned, some of the crew guys. His brother Dustin, the crew chief on the car, was up on the wall down there taking a look at it. So Golobic, he was running right behind Bud Kaeding and Justin Peck at the time of that incident, and now he's in the 9th position. So we'll see how it runs for him. And then, I mean, that's pretty significant damage. The center, the wing center is crunched in as well. So we'll see if Golobic can hang on for the rest of the race. Obviously, King Speedway, not a half mile by any means, but still, you're getting around this place pretty good. So I'm got to think that's going to cause some issues for Golobic, but we'll see if he can hang on for the remaining 25 laps of this race. Coming back to the green flag. Single file restart. Cannot pass before that orange cone on the front stretch. We're back underway. Brad Sweet elects to go to the top in turn 1. Rico Abreu quickly with a slider to the inside of Tyler Courtney, who crosses him back up and maintains the 2nd spot. But Abreu letting them know that he's right behind him. Here comes James McFadden. We talked about him all night long. 6 starts here at the King Speedway, an average finish of 4.0. He runs in the 6th position right now. McFadden challenged down low by the Durst Dice Roll driver, Cory Eliason. Eliason cannot make the pass, slots back into the 7th position. Brad Sweet this time by 22 laps to go. He's pulling away slightly from Tyler Courtney back into turn number 1, but Sweet is already on the same straightaway as the 49, or as the back of the field. Caution is out. We've got one around in turn 4. That appears to be, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. That is 3 yellows in a row for drivers named Justin. Justin Cox is around in turn number 4. Justin Sanders got hit by Corey Day, flew off the racetrack. Justin Peck got hit by Bud Kaeding. He flipped over, and now Justin Cox is off the track in turn number 4. Let's see what happens here via the Flow Racing replay. It's going to be from the drone. Look at the bottom right side of your screen coming off the 4th corner. Looking for Justin Cox, and there he goes off the track. It was hard to tell. I caught at the last minute there. Might have been some contact between him and the 26 of Zeb Wise. Cox does not make any other contact with the wall or any other car, so he should be able to keep on going. I am being told by race officials that for the rest of this race, it'll be in single file formation due to the bottom of the racetrack being at a slight disadvantage for the restart. So every restart will now be in single file formation, as the bottom of the track is definitely not quite as good for the restarts. And so that means that orange cone will come back onto the racetrack on the front straightaway. Once again, the drivers cannot pass before that cone, and they cannot hit the cone. If they do either of those things, they will be penalized. Once again, race fans, we really hope you can join us tomorrow night at the Placerville Speedway, about 4 hours north in the Sacramento area for the Gold Rush Classic. Going to be a great night of racing at the quarter mile. Knoxville on the hill. Looking forward to getting over to Placerville. But we still got some business to take care of over here at King Speedway. 23 laps to go for Brad Sweet. Looking to end the drought. Green flag back in the air. Good restart for Sweet. Gets away from Courtney, and Rico a little bit tripped up on the cushion right there as Corey Day tried to turn it down the hill, but not enough grip through the middle of the racetrack, and he might open up the inside line for Cole Macedo. Macedo throws a slider on Corey Day, takes over the 4th position. Day tries to cross him back up. They go side by side in turn number 1. Corey Day going to return serve into turns 3 and 4. He's got the turns 1 and 2, I should say. Corey Day back into the 4th position. Cole Macedo in 5th, James McFadden 6th, Cory Eliason 7th, Zeb Wise in 8th, PJ Netto 9th, and Jock Goodyer in 10th. Most cars around the outside of the racetrack here at King Speedway. What will Brad Sweet do when he gets to the tail end of the field, because they are all in his racing line and they are racing hard for position. Jock Goodyer, slider behind these guys on the 88N car of DJ Netto. They are racing for the 9th spot. Give it to Netto across the line. Goodyer, oh, got into him. Jock Goodyer got into the side of DJ Netto. He's going to spin around in turn 2. Caution comes out for the Netto Ag number 88N car as he was racing hard with the 57W of Jock Goodyer. Goodyer threw a slider on him, and they clipped the left rear tire of DJ Netto and sent him off the track. This happens right at the halfway signal of this race, as it looks like the 88N of Netto is going to keep going. It looks like the left rear tire is still inflated, and he will put it in gear and get pushed back off. Rico's look strong as well. He's had some good restarts here recently. Cole Macedo looking for back-to-back top 5 finishes with Kubota High Limit Racing. Got a 5th place result last night at the Thunderbolt Raceway. Cole Macedo announcing earlier this month that he is going to be a full-time driver next year with the World of Outlaws. Looking to have another solid night here with High Limit. Green lights come back on, and Sweet just squirts away from Tyler Courtney down into turn number 1. Rico got into him. Rico got into the side of Tyler Courtney. Somehow Courtney keeps on going, but Corey Day is going to take advantage. He gets by Rico. He gets by Sunshine. Corey Day is up into the 2nd spot now. Oh boy, this could get good now. Corey Day, the 4-time NARC King of the West winner here at King Speedway, looking to track down Brad Sweet for the race lead. These two battled hard last year for this win at the King Speedway. It was Brad Sweet coming out on top last year. Next time by, 15 laps to go and plenty of time for Corey Day to catch up to the 49 car Brad Sweet. This time by, 10 to go, and traffic is still all over the racetrack up ahead of your race leader. Brad Sweet off of turn number 2. You can visually see the difference. The 14 car closing in. Last time by, Corey Day a half second faster than Brad Sweet. Sweet now to the back of the field, going to the outside of Tanner Carrick. Next car as well as the 19 of Brent Marks. Corey Day within 5 car lengths down the back straightaway. Brad Sweet tight on the cushion in turn 3, trying to size up, trying to figure out how to get by these slower cars up the road. Brent Marks tied on the cushion right in front of your race leader. Here comes Sunshine. Here comes Rico. All of a sudden, the top 4 are all right next to each other. Brad Sweet slides in front of Brent Marks. Corey Day tries to roll the bottom. Here comes Sunshine on the outside. He takes 2nd across the line. Tyler Courtney now to the 2nd spot, right on the back bumper of Brad Sweet. Corey Day going to try and fight back to the inside, cannot make the pass. Now Brad Sweet with maybe a lap or 2 to calm things down and gather himself back in. As I say that, he's already on the back bumper of Kaeding Steele. And the 3 cars behind him are nose to tail. Sweet goes through the middle. Here comes Sunshine to the back bumper. Race for the lead down the back straightaway. Tyler Courtney takes it away from Brad Sweet down the back stretch. Tyler Courtney to the top spot. This time by 10 laps to go for Tyler Courtney. Oh, we got one around in turn 4. It's Cory Day. And Jock Goodyer. Cory Day goes around in turn 4. DJ Netto letting Jock Goodyer know that he does not like what happened on that last caution as he was driving by. Cory Day went from all of a sudden looking like he was going to win the race for a moment there to 4th, and then getting spun around off the 4th corner. Here is the replay. Sunshine makes the pass for the lead, and then right behind them you're going to see Cory Day come into the frame, hops the cushion, hops over the cushion there, gets over the edge of the banking, and just spins the car around. And it looks like Cory Day is going to take the car to the trailer. Maybe. Nope, he's turning around. Okay. So Tyler Courtney now with the race lead. Got an issue for Parker Price Miller. That car is stopped on the backstretch right now. Appears to be maybe some rear end damage on the Chalk Sticks Torsion Bars number 9P car. Cory Day does refire. And what could have been, Tony, for Cory Day? He was fast last night, got into 2 incidents inside the top 10. And now tonight, racing for the lead, gets into another one. Parker Price Miller down in the work area.
Yeah, definitely not the homecoming that Clovis, California's Cory Day would like. Danny Cook and crew down here for Parker Price Miller jumped to action to take a look at the 9 p.m. And they've got a torsion arm knocked off. The right front is the biggest issue I can see, but Danny's going to pop off the wheel cover here on the right rear and take a look. It was strange, Chase. As soon as they made it to the front axle and they realized that torsion arm was knocked off, the intensity let up. It almost seemed like they'd found more, and it was terminal. But now crew are jumping back behind the wall. Clinton Boyles is going to help. They're going to put a new torsion arm back on that thing. That should be the only issue. That's the only thing they're paying attention to down here right now. They've got to rip that old torsion arm off, put the new one on, and they've already got a push vehicle lined up behind the 9P here. It's a race against the clock now. They'll jack up the front end of that Chalk Stick Torsion Bars machine. Now it just comes down to swapping out those torsion arms and getting it lined back up over the front axle. Clinton Boyles, man on the spot as always down here, and I think they're gonna be okay. Being told the lights are going out on the pace truck, but you know the name of the game, Chase. If they are down here and the field does not complete that first green flag lap back after the restart, PPM can still rejoin the field.
He's trapped in the rod end supply work area right now as we're coming back to green. Tyler Courtney trying to beat Brad Sweet on home turf here as we go green. Courtney goes to the top in turn 1. Might still be time to get to traffic. If that is the case, we could see some late race shenanigans here at the King Speedway. Sweet runs in second. Third is Abreu. Fourth is Macedo. Fifth is James McFadden. Kasey Kahne into the top 10 now. Kahne getting by Jamie Veal. Move Kasey Kahne up to the 8th position. Good run right now for Kasey Kahne, as now he's working on Zeb Wise down the back straightaway. Kasey Kahne looking for 7th into turn 3. Zeb Wise shuts the door. Now Kahne's going to be challenged on the outside. Jamie Veal makes the pass on him. The 17 AU car's now up to 8th. Jamie Veal up to 8th. Kasey Kahne back to 9th. Dominic Scelzi up to 10th after starting 23rd on the field. He's looking for that Red Rose Transportation Hard Charger Award tonight. Brad Sweet closing back in slightly on Tyler Courtney. Last time by, Sweet was 0.3 faster. And there is traffic up the road with 6 laps to go. This race is far from over at the Peter Murphy Classic. Courtney now to the outside of Brent Marks to try and put him by the wayside. He will do so. Next victim in his sights is the 83T of Tanner Carrick. Got to make quick work of these guys. Carrick is running right in the racing groove of Tyler Courtney. He's going to have to try and throw a slider on him to get by him, and he will do so into turn 1. Might allow the 49 car Brad Sweet to get some momentum built up. Down the back straightaway, Courtney gets away from the 83T with good speed. More cars up the road, though. Going to be tougher to slide in front of one of these guys. They're all nose to tail as they work back into turn 1. 4 laps to go, and Sweet cannot get by Tanner Carrick. Now there's 2 cars between your race leader and the 2nd place car. Courtney, Sweet, Abreu, Macedo, and McFadden still your top 10. Or top 5, excuse me. Next time by, 2 laps to go. As you can see, Brad Sweet still not getting by Tanner Carrick. Rico goes to the second spot. Rico Abreu's up to second as Sweet could not complete the slider on Tanner Carrick. Tyler Courtney, 2 laps to go. Courtney on the back bumper of Tanner Thorson. Abreu's charging hard, but he's going to lose some ground off the second corner. Coming to the white flag this time by. Tyler Courtney a little bit tight right there off of turn 4. Here's the white flag, 1 to go. Tyler Courtney off of turn 2 and down the back straightaway. Through 3 and off of 4, he is going to beat the California boys on their home turf. Sunshine gets the win at the Peter Murphy Classic. Rico Abreu second, Brad Sweet third, fourth goes to Cole Macedo, and fifth goes to James McFadden. Tyler Courtney gets the win here tonight for the Peter Murphy Classic. $20,000 heading his way. Rico Abreu finishes in second. Brad Sweet in third. Cole Macedo ends up in fourth. A great 2 nights for him. Fifth goes to James McFadden. Sixth to Cory Eliason. Seventh to Zeb Wise. Eighth to Jamie Veal. Ninth to Dominic Scelzi. And 10th goes to Casey Kahne. 11th was Spencer Bayston. 12th was the 73 of Ryan Bernal. 13th was the 0 of Bud Kaeding. 14th, DJ Netto. 15th, Chris Windom. 16th, Justin Cox. 17th, Corey Day. 18th, Justin Peck. 19th, Jock Goodyer. 20th, Tanner Thorson. And behind them, Caden Steele, Tanner Carrick, Brent Marks, Parker Price Miller, Shane Golobic, and Justin Sanders. How about it, race fans? Your winner tonight of the Peter Murphy Classic, Sunshine, Tyler Courtney. He will chop that point lead back under 100 on Brad Sweet. Jake Argo comes in, the crew chief on the car. Big high five. There's Ron as well. And that team is going to be extremely thrilled with a big win out here in the state of California. Rico Abreu coming in with congratulations as well. He'll make his way around the front of the race car for his 5th win of 2024 with Kubota High Limit Racing. He's got a big trophy awaiting him on the stage over here. But most importantly, he is a winner. The 10th Peter Murphy Classic here at the King Speedway. Tony Laporta, take it away.
King Speedway, how about it? Let him hear it. Tyler Courtney's your winner! That race seemed hectic, to say the least. We talked yesterday about you coming back to the West Coast, but that 7BC car has not been out here. You and Jake Argo have not run races out here together. But you guys both talked about your baseline setup and the challenges of going to new tracks all season with high limit. You felt like that prepared you for this West Coast swing. Do you still feel that way now after a win on night number 2?
Yeah, absolutely. We missed it pretty bad last night in the feature, and yeah, Jake and Ron and Bobby, they don't give up. And yeah, another new track for us tonight. And I've only ran here a couple times, one with the wing and one without. So, and it was a completely different track than we saw tonight. So coming here is pretty fresh for my whole team and for us to come tonight and qualify good, to get to our heat race. And I felt like we ran a good feature. Me and Rico got together there. He came and apologized. It wasn't really his fault. I kept getting really bad restarts, and I know he doesn't race like that. And it's just it's hard racing for 20 grand tonight and honor Peter Murphy. And I just want to say, Sunshine and myself really wanted to win for Black Sunshine. Really sorry for all his friends and family, and thoughts and prayers are with them. And yeah, Scott Bloomfield was just an absolute legend.
That's a great tribute to the driver, the legendary driver in person we lost earlier today. You come to us from Indianapolis, Indiana. So many of the high rollers are based in and around the Midwest, but to come here and race in front of a packed house in Hanford, California, and race on the West Coast, what's it like for you, a guy that makes your living driving race cars, to go all the way to the other side of the country and come out here and do battle for a couple of nights?
Yeah, it's tough. The local guys out here are really tough. I think you go from this coast and you go to the East Coast with the Pennsylvania guys. You race against some of the best guys in the country that don't really get to go out and race on the national level. So I know when we show up, those guys step it up to another level as well. But yeah, it's just an awesome awesome time to come out here with High Limit Racing and be in front of 2 really great crowds the last 2 nights. I know it's been really hot, and then last night was a Thursday, tonight's a Friday. Hopefully we'll see a bunch of people at Placerville tomorrow, and then a whole bunch of people at Gold Cup next week.
As a full-time racer with Kubota High Limit Racing, a high roller, whenever a high roller wins, you get to send $1,000 of an angel donor's money to a charity of your choice. After your win tonight, which charity are you choosing to support?
I always go with Today's Champions with my buddy Ben Hodgen. It's a charity that supports autism, and yeah, they've got a website, todayschampion.org, and a Twitter and all that. So we'll give them a follow and support them and the race for awareness of autism.
Todayschampion.org, that's the charity Tyler Courtney's choosing to support. And finally, with this win tonight, you cut the championship point lead from Brad Sweet back to yourself to under 100 points. Is this championship still alive, and is the 7BC still in it?
I think until they write the check at the end of the year, it's still alive. So we're not really too worried about that. We'll just keep cooking these nights off one by one and try and collect some of these checks.
The Peter Murphy Classic in 2024 belongs to Indianapolis, Indiana's Tyler Courtney. We're going to jump in front of him here and go over and talk to Rico Abreu and Brad Sweet. Rico, you can come up here and hang out with us. So, crazy conditions out there. How about it, folks? Rico Abreu in second place. He can hear you. Tyler Courtney said that you came over and apologized to him after contact out there on the track, but he said it was really, really more his doing. What was racing out there like tonight?
Just tough racing. You know, I don't want to put myself in bad positions, and I felt like I did there a little bit with Tyler, just not having a good enough run, on the restart. So I feel like that was really the only opportunity to get by guys is to really just time your restarts. The track was definitely very difficult there, as you guys seen that we went single file there at the end and just got really top dominant. So hats off to my guys, Ricky, Zach, Brady. We got Pacific Boring people here today. I got to have lunch with them, just a great organization. Really ran efficiently business, underground boring. So got Jim Watson here, Arc Zone. Kyle Heckman does our beautiful car, all the vinyl on it. So I know they're tuned in watching. Really, really enjoying to race in front of some of the best fans in the world here at Hanford Speedway. And thank all you guys for sticking it out. This is High Limit's definitely elevated. High Limit Racing has elevated the sport of sprint car racing. So it's really great to see this place filled up on a Friday. I know we had an early start there, and a lot of you had work today. So hopefully this feature was a show for you guys.
Okay, and then really quickly, just like I asked Tyler, you're a West Coaster that now lives in the Indianapolis, Indiana area, but you come back to your home state. Does it feel different to race here on tracks you grew up on in front of people you grew up with?
Just really appreciative to come back, get the opportunity to race here in front of you guys. You guys kind of seen me develop throughout my career. I ran my first ever sprint car race here at Hanford in March of 2011. So this place got a soft spot in my heart. Held off Donnie Schatz in hot laps, so that was pretty cool at the time being, and just really enjoy racing in front of all you guys.
Rico Abreu comes home in second place, and we will welcome Brad Sweet up here onto the victory podium. That championship point lead stays alive. Back-to-back third-place finishes on the West Coast. So we talked about it last night. You were honest with us. You said every race, you always wish you could do something, at least one thing, over again. What's that thing going to be here tonight?
I don't know. I think Tyler was just a little better. I don't know. We were just off. We've been off. We got to learn from our mistakes the last 2 nights with the car. It starts off really good, and then I started to struggle. But these guys are just doing a little bit better than we are, and we just need to do our homework and try to get better. We got a lot of good racing coming up. Placerville tomorrow night, and Chico for $100,000 next weekend. So I think we're in contention all night. We just need to clean up a little bit, both driver and car, to get a win. It's very competitive out here. Track got tricky, and I was good in clean air, but as soon as I get to lap traffic, I really struggled to get down the backstretch. I couldn't really figure it out, and just that's how it goes sometimes. Sometimes you make a change that's for the kind of based off what we felt in the dash, and it just wasn't the right move in the A main. So we'll try again tomorrow night with our Napa car, but thanks to all you fans for coming out. I really appreciate it.
That's Brad Sweet coming home in the third position here tonight. Tyler Courtney is your winner. Rico Abreu in second. And Brad Sweet in third. How about it, Hanford, California? Make some noise for them. They can hear you. That's your podium here tonight at King Speedway.